so you have this kind of like I have to do everything for myself upbringing. Um,
Yeah.
where where do you start getting your I guess like barber background? Where do you start getting
Yeah, that was family. I grew up in hair.
when did you like work in the shop? Were
I
you
mean,
like
yeah,
first like just sweeping up hair and
yeah,
stuff like that?
exactly. I used to go sweep hair for my dad, man, and all the hot chicks would come over and tell me how cute I was. I was like, yeah, this is awesome. I like this.
Yeah, they know what they're talking about.
Yeah. There was all kinds of hot chicks running around. I was like, okay, I'll go here and sweep. I was like 10 or whatever. I don't know. I was just a little kid. And then even after that, my dad, when we moved to Minnesota, we were in Minnesota. My dad moved out to Minnesota and he started cutting hair. And his shop was actually on the way home from my school, my high school, and I would walk home from school. And my dad's shop was in between my house where I was staying and you know, and the high school. And I would just go in there and sit down. And sometimes I wouldn't even say nothing, man. I'll just go in and watch, check everybody out. And, you know, there's always hot chicks. So that was cool too. But it was mainly just the environment, you know, like, the environment was cool, you know, like I was into it. Like it was, I mean, if you think about it, man, it's a pretty cool industry. There's a lot, like if you have any ounce of creativity, people who are extremely creative have a really hard time in this world because most jobs are they need very little creativity. They don't need people like that. They
Yeah.
want people that are more like not creative, the other type of spectrum, which is cool too. But I'm just saying, I'm a
Yeah, the
very
worker
fucking
bee.
creative person. Yeah, I'm creative as fuck, bro. Like, like I wish my mom would have thrown me a marble piece of marble and a fucking and a chisel in my backyard and told me to have at it. Show me a video of Michelangelo or some shit. I would have probably went ape shit on that marble. But I had no creative outlet when I was a kid. None. And I got in fucking all the trouble a young kid can get into. And then it took me over, and that's what I'm saying. I had to learn the lessons the hard way. I started realizing, hey man, I need to create, I need to release this creative energy. It's a flow. It flows through. It comes from source, you know, source creator, the source,
Mhm.
whatever you want to call it. And it flows through all of us. And it's actually shared during my studies of, and we kind of, I don't, are you going to show the intro where we're talking?
No, go into it.
Well, okay. So in the intro, we were talking about how I study religion. Well, I just told you about the catechumen part. Well, after I learned Catholicism and did that for 2 years, I was like, this is fucking bullshit. And I went on down the road to learn other fucking religions because I'm searching for fucking. And well, sure enough, I looked into Judaism. I looked into the Jewish Bible and stuff like that, and I looked into the Quran. And then also looked into Hindu, and I gravitated more towards Hindu ideology, and yoga, and the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. And I actually have the book sitting right here that we're talking about. But going backwards now to what I was saying before was this energy, this creative flow, and and some major religions around the world believe that it's called the Akashic record, and it actually is the universal like language that we all share. And the actual thought is that none of us, we all share consciousness. It's shared. Like you and I have, there is no such thing as an original idea. Everything we've done has already been done before, and we just share this. So when this energy comes, it's like energy downloads from the universe, and depending on how receptive you are or creative or to these downloads that you're getting, these energy like impulses or whatever from this akasha or this whole, if you don't use that energy, it can get bad. It can get bad. And that's what happened to me. And so I learned over a period of time that like, okay, I need to release this energy. And so and I still to this day, bro, I'm 39 years old. And I just saw a chick that I haven't seen in 25 years. She came out here for her birthday and she goes, you are fucking exactly the same. That's cracking up. She's like, if I didn't know you, I would fucking sit down and be like, are you fucking Jordan Avenel? She's like, you're exactly the same. And it's just, I've always had this energy. And that's why I like going to study for my contractor license after I already own a barbershop. To me is like, it's nothing. I'm just like, let's do it. You know, and the other thing, you know, with the real estate, I'm just like, let's do it. Because I just have this energy and I have this time right now that I can dedicate towards it.
Fuck, man. I mean, that's kind of awesome. And I actually I did another recording last night, which was kind of somewhat similar, where we were talking about like, you know, just kind of accessing like, you know, best ways of productivity and like, you know, basically like, you know, how to keep yourself grounded and things like that. And I mean, we didn't get into creativity so much, but I think that you're dead on. And there was a part, I mean, I got in so much trouble whenever I was younger. Like we were talking about, you know, I went to a Catholic school when I was younger, and, you know, it's so regimented. It's only, you know, I mean, it's steps away from being almost military-esque.
100%.
They managed us. Yeah. And like, I'm a young boy with just like unbelievable amounts of energy and just like my mind wandering constantly, you know, super imaginative and everything like that. And I just got in endless amounts of trouble. Right. That's really how that manifested itself. Like 100%. They didn't give me a way to like correctly have an outlet. And I've been kind of pushing against what would be like the traditional path for a long time, although I've kind of followed it, but I've done it in my own weird way. Right. I don't know if anybody saw exactly how I did college and how I did grad school. I don't know if they would exactly say that this was the traditional path. Right. Like my grad school, they wanted me to do this like really grand
like a thesis, right?
Not even a thesis. They wanted me to do like an internship. They basically wanted me to get like really immersed in a company. And I was like, I don't really think, and at the time, I mean, we're talking around 2010, and I was trying to focus on social media because I saw the value there. I saw what was going on, and that was my whole thing. And so I didn't actually go to any companies. I made one.
There you go.
And I did it all my own. Yeah. And I had a friend basically be my like CEO. Yeah. And they were the ones that they filled out all my paperwork. So all the things that I had to like turn in to, there you go. All the things I had to turn back into like my advisors and everything like that, just to like show them that I fulfilled all my stuff. I did that instead. I had them fill it out, and then we through like this, and it was a production company. We did like concerts and stuff like that.
Nice.
And through
business.
Yeah. I mean, I always had a music background. Like I was in bands and stuff like that growing up and stuff like that. So we did this production company, and that was my focus, was that I was going to, because I wanted to know social media, because I knew that there was something about it that I knew was the future. Yeah. And so I wanted to, they didn't offer anything. There was nothing in the curriculum that offered,
right,
you know, whether it was marketing or whether it was multimedia, whatever, all those different aspects that are integrated into social media, that was completely absent from a grad school curriculum. And I was like, well, crazy? I know. Yeah, absolutely.
And the amount of money you have to pay.
Yeah. Absurd.
It's fucking highway robbery, man.
100%.
Shame.
100%.
It's a shame.
But yeah, so I kind of used them in this weird unorthodox way to always be using my creative side. Like I tried to never let their path be my path, because
Right.
I knew their path was cookie cutter. It had
Right.
no actual, it
No
had no
creativity.
like value. Not that it had no value to me, but it
No,
had it didn't have me in mind.